I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Court of Nightfall, Chapter 1. Go with default name. And let's see, I like curly wavy hair. My style is great. Let's go. Jumping right into the diamond choices, huh? I like that outfit. It's not too bad, but we'll go with this one. Test me again. The nurse shakes her head. Sorry, Scarlet. She's good to go, Mr. and Mrs. Knight. My name is Scarlet, I'm 15 years old, and ever since I was little, I wanted to have powers, to be a Zenith. There's lots of special people in this world. They can shoot fire from their hands, or lift things with the power of their mind. Zeniths are the opposite of Knights of the Order. They are often seen as lower-class peasants who disrupt the status quo by being different. But all the greatest heroes of the past, like Juliana or Zeniths, they were fire starters and rebels. They ended injustice in the world. And I was always sure I was one of them. Today my parents took me to the local clinic to get tested. The results are wrong. And what makes you say that? I heal faster than my friends. I'm stronger. Besides, I would know. It's my body. Your mom leans down and looks you in the eye. You're healthy, but that doesn't make you a Zenith. Just know that we love you no matter what. She hugs you tight. You squirm a little. Now, why don't you wait outside while we finish up some paperwork? The halls of the clinic are lined with missing posters for abducted children. All of them Zenith. You hear the name of the news sometimes. Apex. Predator who steals children in the night. I understand why my parents are relieved. Apex has been targeting and kidnapping young Zeniths left and right. But if I were a Zenith, I'd never let that happen to me. I'd be strong, brave, and smart. Can't they understand why I'm disappointed? Being told you don't have superpowers in a world where heroes like Juliana exist. I mean, it sucks, right? Outside, you see your best friend, Jackson Lux, leaning against the wall. Turns towards you. No luck, huh? Take a wild guess, Jackson. Well, unless they're starting putting invisible tags on ears, I'm gonna guess not a Zenith. Correct. All Zeniths get a special ear tag, and shockingly, I didn't make the cut. It's not the end of the world, you know. My results came back negative too. No ear tag here. He let out a long sigh. One day I'm leaving this little town. I'll join Domus and train to be a knight. I thought you wanted to be a pilot when you grew up. I wanted to be both, and a lot more things too. And I will, someday. Well, the first step to becoming a knight is to get the attention of a wealthy family. Patronage isn't easy to come by. Yeah, and Domus scholarships are no joke. Schools that train people for knighthood don't come cheap. Fortunately for you, regular folk get privilege when it comes to selection. Zenith powers would have set you back. But we could have been the first Zenith Knights. Think about it. I could be a knight who could soar through the air with sheer willpower. And I could join you, and we would have been Jax the Courageous and Scarlet the Clever. You giggle, but you may not always see eye to eye, but Jax is behind you every step. 15 minutes pass, and just when you think your parents will never finish their paperwork, you hear shouting. You head around the corner to see two young women, one short and one taller, being yelled at by two men. You immediately notice the tags in their ears. Zeniths. These thugs are fixated on them. Get lost, Spider! Yeah, get out of here, Zenith scum! Oh look, the two D-bags are still that, even in this book. These girls need help. What should I do? Shout them down. Hey, knock it off. What's it to you? Trash like them don't belong in the street. Jax moves in front of you, staring the big guy down. He's just as big as this idiot. You got a problem? Smaller one kicks the short girl in the shins. She yells out in pain and falls to the ground. Whatever. Garbage ain't worth the time. The men spit in the girl's direction and walk away. The two girls, visibly shaken, turn to you. Are you two okay? Yeah, I think I'll be fine. Ella? Shorter girl winces in pain. I've had worse. My name's Jax, and this is Scarlet. You really helped us out back there. Thanks. Scarlet is a type who always stands up to bullies. You can thank her. I'm Brooke, and this is Ella. And really, thanks so much. I don't think these two will be fine on their own. We were just waiting for my parents to finish inside. Do you want to come to my house for a bit? We could have some tea and chat. That'll be lovely. Thank you. It doesn't take long for your parents to come out of the clinic, quickly introduce your new friends, and head for home. Brooke and Ella are nice, and once they've had some time to calm down, they both become very talkative. Just as the conversation gets going, you slip and almost drop your teacup to the floor. As you wait to hear it shatter, you see Brooke concentrating heavily. The teacup along with the tea are floating just above the ground. They levitate back onto the table. You're a gravier type of Zenith? You can levitate things with your mind? That's so awesome. She lets out a long sigh. I'm glad somebody thinks so. These girls have it rough. I should ask about Ella's power. What about your powers, Ella? The question gives Ella a dejected look. I'm a dud. Do you see my eyes? Huh. Yeah. They're great. Scarlet is colorblind. Your demonstration is not gonna work on her. Oh. Well, I can change my eye color, but that's about it. That's a really cool power. You'll never have to worry about coordinating outfits. Ella smiles softly. Doubt she's used to people taking her power seriously. So, what's being colorblind like? You're the first person I've ever met who has that condition. Well, it's like having a Zenith power, except completely useless and totally boring. I don't see the world like everyone else does. It's all great to me, but I'm kinda used to it. Dad fumbles over something in the kitchen and then comes to the table. It's getting late, Star. How about you walk your friends home? Sure thing. It's a small town, so they don't live far. You make it to their house in 10 minutes. Exchange numbers, and the two girls wave goodbye as they enter their petite rural home. Under their window, someone's painted a black A. Your eyes linger on the graffiti. A for Apex. The human trafficker I saw on the news earlier. More and more Zenith houses are being targeted like this. Hateful people tag known Zenith hideouts and homes with black A's. They want Apex to come and take the Zeniths away. I don't know if that's really how Apex operates, but even if it's just a rumor, it's dangerous to tempt fate. Brooke and Ella must not have noticed this yet. If they did, they'd have scrubbed it off right away. But it's too late. Someone already knows Zenith lives here, and somebody wants them gone. You and Jax head back to your house to find your parents watching the E screen in the living room. It's the news. A man in shackles sits atop a stage. The crowd screams for blood. The channel changes. On this channel, a priest is ranting. He screams that children of the fallen angels are among us, bringing new hope for Zenith and other oppressed people. He calls them Nephilim. You recognize the term as the enemy. The Knights are always hunting them. Wait, what? The Nephilim are your enemy? Interesting, that just means, like, superpowered human. The priest is being executed for his beliefs. The channel changes again. It's a knight. He's giving a lecture about the war, the one going on even now. He reminds you that Nephilim are a threat and asks you for your continued support of Inquisition and Teutons, the knights in charge of eradicating them. You cough and your parents realize you've been watching. You flick the E-screen off. What were you watching? Boring grown-up stuff. You want to help me with the pre-flight checklist? Gotta wash the plane first, though. Anything I can help with? Well, there are some dishes left. Jack stays at your house most nights. He doesn't like being home, and his dad never seems to mind. He marches to the kitchen, turns on the water without a second thought, and you join your dad at the runway behind the house. Takes about a couple hours to finish washing the plane. Dad hands you a checklist, and you go over the engines. It's on working order, of course. You wander a bit as your mindless check off the flight requirements. It's not long before you hand the checklist back. Ready? You enter the cockpit together, and the engines whir to life. You drive down the strip and become airborne. The higher you rise, the more the world begins to below seems to shrink. Your heart stammers and your stomach drops, but it's not long before you're cruising far above the ground. From up here, you try to imagine what a blue horizon would look like, what the color of the setting sun is. When I grow up, I'm going to be the best pilot the world has ever seen, and more. You have plenty of time to figure that stuff out, Star. No need to rush. Dad doesn't understand, but he will someday. You're going to fly, and nothing's going to change your mind. The next day, you ask Jask if he wants to come with you to visit downtown. He says he's busy fixing a lawnmower with his dad. It's a weekend, so you figure since you have nothing better to do, you might as well go alone. You're not out long before you hear a commotion, but you look around and find the street empty. You move to the side and peer down the alley. Next to you, there's an old man being accosted by 2 Inquisition knights.
There are rules against feeding stray animals, citizen. What's your registration number?
The old man ignores them and throws a piece of bread down. The mangy cat beneath him hisses at the knights.
If you don't comply, I'll have to take you in by force. Do you understand?
From under his hood, the old man looks up and stares the officer in the eye.
You and what army?
The knight on his left swings his blade. The old man ducks and uppercuts him with a cane, knocking him to the floor. The officer unsheathes his blade, but the old man is already holding his cane to the officer's throat.
You'd be wise to forget this ever happened, and take this damn pile of bitter rot with you.
Officer sheathes his blade, grumbling. He picks the other knight off the ground and scurries out of the alley. You hide behind some trash cans and watch them run past. The old man has picked the cat up and put it in his card. I want to talk to this old man, but I should broach him directly. Excuse me, sir?
Go away. I don't want whatever it is you're selling, child.
I saw you handle those knights. I wanted to make sure you were okay.
Of course I'm okay. Just an old man in an alleyway. No knights to speak of here. You hit your head?
No, The cat meows from under a blanket.
It's my cat. Ran away from home last week.
Does he think I'm working for the knights?
Now, if you don't mind, I'll be on my way.
Teach me.
What?
I want to learn how to fight like you.
Why? You want to be a legendary hero, the world's next Juliana? You want a legacy like hers? She established the orders, and now they're mad with power. They spend all their time hunting Nyx, the Nephilim leader, and none of it improving their lives.
Yes, I do. I want to protect my friends. I want to protect my family. Most of all, I want to protect those who can't protect themselves.
I don't teach defense.
Juliana fought to end the injustice. I want to learn how to fight for people less fortunate than me. I don't want to be a knight like the ones we just saw. I want to be the kind that actually fights for change and for the people. He's silent for longer than a minute. Tilts his head and looks at you, all of you, more than once.
Get out of here, I'm tired.
You let out a sigh and turn back down the alley. Before you reach the end, the old man calls out to you.
Girl!
Wordless, you turn to face him. He walks over to you and hands you a piece of paper.
My name is Mirden. There's a shack off the outskirts not far from here. Meet me there at sunrise, no later.
Thank you. I'll be there. You can count on it. Skip out of the alley and return home, your veins coursing with excitement. The next morning, you tell your parents you have a project to do at Ella's, but that's a lie. You head to the old man's place. The ramshackle building, torn to shreds by weather, the roof looks unsafe, and it probably was built decades ago. You knock on his door, and he grumbles.
Didn't expect you here so early, child.
You told me sunrise, no later.
Yes, we'll wait here.
He comes back out with a stack of books and a pipe. He sits you down and tells you to start reading. He makes you sit with your legs crossed as the hours pass. He takes time to quiz you after you've completed chapters.
Now, compartmentalize. Take each chapter of information and put it in a physical location in your mind.
Huh?
Imagine a room, and there are objects. Each one should hold a different lesson you've learned. When you need to recall something tricky, visit the room in your mind and find the object you stored it in. This is called the method of Loki.
And actually, it's a really good method for remembering things. It sounds impossible. It's not. It's actually overwhelming to think about, but it's not.
You wanted to be a knight. This is what real knights do. Sharpening the mind before the blade. Focus. Imagine a vase in a living room. Inside is the information from the books you just read.
You can clearly see the image of a vase in the living room in your mind, but as quickly as you get the picture, it vanishes.
Not so easy, eh? Now, imagine there are 1,000 vases, and there will be when I'm done with you.
Maybe I should take up knitting instead of knighting. The training goes well and time passes quickly. You repeat this training for a whole week. You've gone from your house so long that your friends get worried, so you send Mirrodin's address to Jack's. Late one evening, Jack shows up with Brooke and Ella.
These your friends?
Yes, that was Jack's and this was Brooke and Ella. Mirrodin disappears into his house for a moment and brings out a ball.
You kids ever play Orders?
That's a child's game.
Then you'll have no trouble. Play!
I really like this old guy, holy shit! Oh, man. He stands up, draws lines in the dirt for the goals, throwing the ball to Jack. So Orders is an age-old kids game. There are 4 orders, and each player takes a different role. Teutonic, Inquisition, Hospitaller, and Templar. They're the names of modern orders of knights. Everyone knows them.
Dibs on Teutonic!
I'm Inquisition. I'll play Hospitaller? I guess that leaves me with Templar.
I'll do a quick rundown of the rules. Ella and Star are on team, and I'll be with Brooke. I can freeze you by touching, and Brooke can throw you in a jail. Ella's immune to freezing, and Star can break anyone out of jail.
Oh god, No, let's not do this. Sounds simple enough. No, it's not. It won't take long for me to snatch the ball. I should play offensively. The game starts and you rush the ball, but you're not faster than Jack. He freezes you with a touch and quickly throws the ball to your net, almost hitting Ella in the head. Hey! Watch where you're throwing. It's not that serious of a game.
Whoa, my bad!
Next 2 rounds go about as well. You rush the ball, but you're not fast enough to take an easy win. Brooke laughs whenever you stumble trying to get the ball. Ella just rolls her eyes.
Gotta be faster than that, Star.
I'm trying, you jerk. The ball rolls over to Mirrodin, who puts his foot up on it. You jog over to meet him, panting. This game sucks blood.
And what makes you say that?
Templars are really underpowered.
The way you're playing them, maybe. But I think the more you play, the more you'll find just how powerful they are.
Sire interrupts him, and the sky dims. A large blue hologram appears above you. The Queen of Sky, head of the kingdom, addresses everyone in the city at once. Nephilim, leader Nyx, has been captured. Soon the rest of the Nephilim will be hunted down and purged from our lands forever. The traitor responsible for breaking the truce the hero Juliana forged will be no more. On this day and forevermore, the Order has triumphed. The Nephilim have fallen. The reign of terror ongoing since the fallen ones mated with humans is no more. Food rations will be double henceforth. We shall celebrate this day as the day humanity was freed from tyranny. I don't think I've ever heard of food rations being doubled before. Does this mean the war's over? That's at Mirrodin, who has a stern look on his face. The Queen of the Sky continues. The execution will take place immediately. Long live His Holiness and the 4 orders. With that, the broadcast ends. Nephilim being hunted and celebrations being had. Fallen ones like angels. Whatever all this means, the Queen made it sound like good news. So why do I feel so unsettled?
The Nephilim are far from defeated. They've scattered all across the globe now.
Just who are the Nephilim anyway?
A regiment of highly trained soldiers like Zenith. but with wings and far stronger powers than the average Zenith.
I've heard they were all wiped out years ago.
You heard wrong, child. They've been giving knights hell as long as knights have been declaring themselves the victor.
Mirrodin places a hand on your shoulder.
I think it's time you kids went home for the day. The streets aren't safe as they seem.
Something tells me he's one such. Brooke and Ella take off for home, and Jax escorts you back to your place. You find a note from your parents. Gone on an errand. Be back soon. That's not like them. Do you think they're okay?
Of course, Scarlet. It's not like you've got a Zenith family. They'll be home soon.
Right. I'm not sure why I'm so paranoid all of a sudden. I'm glad Jax is here. He always calms me down when things feel wrong. And I definitely need that right now. For some reason, my heart won't stop racing. Yay, you completed the first chapter. Which I don't know why that's a thing, but I guess it's cool. So with that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. It's a very interesting twist. Very interesting twist on the on superhero business. So you're kind of like, according to the picture, you have wings. And you can be more powerful, which does make sense. I mean, so if you study mythology at all, Nephilim are supposed to be stronger than regular humans. However, in this, Nephilim are stronger than super-powered beings, which is very interesting in and of itself. So there's, you know, the Zeniths, which is the one type of folk, and then there are the knights and all that, which are the regular type of folk, and then there, you know, is the special. I don't know. It just I'm tired, and at the same time, it's like there's just so much to absorb, and I kind of like it. I need more coffee. So pretty much this is 8 chapters we've done in just a few hours. Oh my god. Boy, today is full of work, isn't it? So with that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe. Head to the description below. Links to social media or Discord and a few links to support me and my content. Do stay tuned for more of this. What I'll probably do is I'll go all the way through Court of the Nightfall. And then, in case you didn't know, there's Calendar Girl. There's 9, specifically chapters. I wish I would have gone to 10 or 5, but I'll take anything we can get. That'll work on. I don't know if we're going to get that fully taken care of today. It depends on how successful I am and how expedient I am. And yes, Kiss, they did a brand new cover for that, in case you were wondering. That looks kind of cool. I do like the imagery for that. And it also doesn't say book finished anymore, and someone pointed that out to me. So, perhaps, there might be some book 2s in the making for some of these. I especially want Bad Boys 2, book 2, because, you know, Adriano needs his voice back. He needs to come back, damn it. I really enjoyed Bad Boys 2. Or Bad Boys, period. I would love a Bad Boys 2. Hopefully they work on that. Without further ado, thank you all for watching, and I guess I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.